Hey, peace and blessings to whoever might be watching this. I'm kind of doing what? I'm kind of doing one of the things that I don't necessarily like, and sometimes it's accounts that I don't necessarily follow that do the talking head kind of thing. In this day and age of video editing and you can even edit inside the app, so you can do a lot with a mobile device with a phone. There's all kinds of visually interesting and visually stimulating information that can just kind of scroll past you in your news feed of whatever you happen to be looking at. It's YouTube, it's TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, or whatever that's out there. Blue Sky, Threads, whatever. Pinterest. There's a lot of information that can attract you, and so sometimes this kind of format, at least for me, is not something that's eye catching. But I thought maybe it's ear catching or spiritually catching. I wanted to just share something with you all that the other day I bumped into an old friend, and also a little disclaimer, like some of the stuff that I've been doing here recently has been using AI, but this is just good old fashioned eye intelligence or observational awareness. I don't know. But the other day I bumped into a old friend, and we had kind of not. I guess we had parted ways a little bit, and not necessarily by choice, but things happen. You grow up, you move away, you get into relationships, and that takes you in different directions. And I didn't realize that he had been kind of going through some trouble, some trials and tribulations, like we all do. His was a little more troubling and challenging for him. And in that respect, I guess, what is it? There's a thing, I guess, by depending upon your what, depending upon where you are in life. Like if you're a millionaire, somebody that's a billionaire may seem like they're way richer than you. But if you're a thousandaire, somebody that's a millionaire may be way richer than you. So it depends upon your perspective and where you are in life. And I'll say that I've been blessed, and it's not necessarily with money. It's just blessed with experience and happiness, I'll say. And I saw my friend, and I'll get to it, that I saw my friend and bumped into him. We've been, chopping it up a little bit over the past maybe year and a half or so. And I wound up just taking him to the store the other day. We were talking, and he said he was going to walk to the store. And I was like, well, I'm driving, man. I got to go there anyway or whatever. I'll take you to the store. And so I took him to the store. And while we were there, the store was abuzz with various folks who were not in our current position in life. And I'm throwing that out there. That's just observation. Like, that's just what I saw, that they seem to be a little down on their luck. That's some old Bugs Bunny cartoon terminology. Hey, buddy, can you help a guy who's down on his luck? So it was a couple guys, 3 or 4 actually, that would seem to be down on their luck. And we talked extensively with one who was saying how he's homeless, and that sometimes he sleeps on a porch around the corner, and that he hangs out just in this parking lot. And as we were leaving, my friend reached into his pocket and he gave that guy $1. And then there was 2 more guys, and he reached in his pocket and he gave the guy $1. And he said, hey man, can y'all split that? That's all I got, but when I have it, I'll give it. And it's not much, but maybe y'all can split that $1.50 between the 2 of you. And that was just inspiring to me and eye opening. And then as we were, I took him from his place from his residence to the store, and then brought him back. And so on the way back, he just kind of began to tell me a story about how when he was homeless, and he started describing the homeless shelters around the area and how they were in levels of one being the rock bottom and the other one being the Taj Mahal of homeless shelters, which just the top of the line as far as homeless shelters is still a homeless shelter. And he just like explained that to me, and I thought, wow, he's just barely getting on his feet, but he chose to reach back and just try to share and just not pass judgment and to just help others when he could. And I don't know if I'd say I felt shame because I probably had that. I probably could have just under the dug under the seat in the car, dug in the ashtray, and found $3 or $4 to hand out to pass out. Whereas, sometimes I keep that for myself, just like, hey, if I need to catch the bus or if something happens and I need a quarter to call or whatever, I try to keep a little bit in reserve. And I just wanted to share that it made me kind of think about sometimes where we are, because I don't think that I'm in stages. I felt that these cats that were out there that were homeless were a little bit below the tax bracket of my friend, who had just got off his feet and has an apartment. And then I'm in a little bit higher tax bracket where I have a house. And like if you look at those stair steps of tax bracket, because I'm a little further ahead than my buddy who just got an apartment, is it that then I no longer see them who are maybe I'll say 2 steps below me? And I hope this doesn't sound, ugh, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to sound like I'm judging anybody or anything, but I'm just kind of looking at it. I'm trying to process it, absorb, what I took in, and I wonder sometimes about some of the people that we have in power. Like if I am merely, like I said, 1 step above, how far are our leaders above us to the point where they don't identify us or they don't even see us? And I'm not sure. That's not really an answer. It's just a question. It's just a question for you, for who you support. And I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. And that's neither left nor right. It's just a thing. Is it class? I don't know what it is, but I just want to share. What are your thoughts? Hit me up. Like, hit me up in the comments. What do you think? Once you get so far past where you've been, if you pulled yourself up by your own bootstraps, or even if you haven't, if you're if instead of 4 figures a year, you're now making 5 figures a year, have you forgotten about the people who are making 3 figures a year? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Maybe y'all got the answer. Peace.